Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to do some beach day nails. So for the base color, I used my sponge to first, for the top portion, I wanted to do kind of a sky color. So I used a light blue, which is color vibe in blue skies. Then I wanted a kind of a water tone. So in the middle, I tapped on Paparazzi Lakeside Breeze. And then I mostly wanted a sand area. So I've used New Color 997 and tapped that on. And because I didn't know if I was going to need to add any other color or do anything, I have not added any kind of a top coat at this point. So right now, this is how they are looking. So I think I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of Kenny Mayo 956 just to lighten parts of my sand a little bit more. So I don't want to do much. Just going to do a little bit. So I'm just going to go through each one and kind of add a little bit of this. Okay, I'm good with it just like that. All right, so we're going to go to Maniology Plate M609. This is one of their new plates, and this is the only one I've picked up from the collection. This is from their anniversary collection. So I'm gonna start with this image right in here. Okay, so for the tree portion, I'm going to go with Maniology's Cocoa B351 because it's got solid. So part of the solid really should be green, and this portion I wanted brown. I can always touch up this part to be green, the part that I cannot reverse stamp. So I'm going to end up doing that. For the water in the tree portion, or excuse me, the water in the chair portion, I'm going to do Kraken B482. So we're going to put both of those on, pick it up, and we'll reverse stamp the rest. That bottom portion off that I don't need. Okay, and I'm fine with that. So I'm going to set that aside. Okay, now I'm going to take Maniology's Fireside B189 and we're going to get the beach ball here. Actually, first let me take Rave Babe B179. I'm going to get the flip-flops. I'm going to do that one first because I need to start from the bottom, work my way up. Okay, setting those aside. Now we'll go to get the beach ball. Okay, then I'm going to go to Yuletide Yellow B533 and we're going to get the pail and shovel. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to Kraken and get the towel and umbrella. And then anything else I can come back for. We'll be using more of this plate another time. Okay, I'm gonna jump over to Maniology's M104. Love this plate. It's very well used and loved. I'm going to grab the sandcastle here because we you can't have the shovel and pail without a sandcastle. So I'm gonna go back to Coco. This one also has some sandals, flip-flops, but um these ones go up and down and the others are kind of turned a little bit. Okay, so what I can tell for this one, because I'm going to be placing this one on it after I've reverse stamped it, I need to, for the way I want to place it, I need to come down with the sky a little bit and also come down with the water image a bit. So I'm going to do that and I will be right back. Okay, now I'm also going to take some of Color Vibe Whiteout and add just a little bit alongside the bottom portion of where the water hits. Kind of like, you know how it gets like when the waves hit the shore, that kind of a look. I'm just using my brush to do so. Okay, get a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, so for the tree, I'm gonna go to Maybelline Tropic Talks and color in for the greenery. Now, if I want to color in the portion that is brown toned, I will have to do that after it's placed. Because you won't see it. If I do it on this side, you're not going to see it when it's flipped over. And there's a couple of coconuts on there. I'll get those in a minute. Okay, for the coconuts, I'm going to LA Colors and Nudie. Okay, and for the chair, for the rest of it, I'm going to go to Paparazzi and Brought Away. There's also this little starfish. I'm going to go ahead and do him in that color too. I do not need to add any blue for the water area because I've already done so with the base colors. So as I lift it up, I can see a couple of places that I missed. Oh, that one, see that took it off. So you can't even see the coconuts. So once I've placed it down, I will tend to all that. Okay, for my flip-flops, I'm going to go to Color Vibe in Cherry Blossom. Okay, for the beach ball, I'm going back to my white color. Let me grab the other brush though instead. I was feeling to see if it's too, like if it's too stiff, then I'd need to soften it with my acetone, but it is okay. How to get some more out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead with the same white for the umbrella portion. I got over a pinch here, so I'm gonna try to push it over a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna go back to Brideway with for the towel. Just turn it. Okay, for my shovel and pail, I'm gonna go to Paparazzi Be Optimistic. Now I like to tap around when I'm doing like a, say like, okay, right here on the pail, if I try to tap on the handle, it kind of helps me to stay in that line a little bit. It really depends on how the line is shaped. But my point is, that's why I was tapping around the shovel portion. See, a little piece I missed. Okay. Now, and that little square, I may do something, a different color of that, just so there's a little bit of difference. So let me finish this portion of the pail and then I'll be back. Okay, for the square, I'm just going to go to Paparazzi Dandelion Fuzz. And I've just touched my brush to it. And for the sandcastle, I'm going to go back to Nudie. Okay, so I'll finish this and be right back. Okay, so I have applied this I've been using to lay my images down. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. I'm gonna line it up the way I wanted it. So I want the tree on there, but I was also trying to get the water line where I wanted it as well. Okay. So I wanted to fix that tree. So gonna just touch my brush to my green. Let's see. All right up in here. I don't know what this is. Okay. Okay, so also as you can see, the palm tree didn't make it. Well, there was nothing the way I placed it, um, made it have the space. I got the full image on there. It's just so all I need to do is go back to cocoa and I'm just gonna add some with my brush. Okay. Now the other little brown area is the coconuts. I have also added some of that white for the wave area as well. So this now is going to get the sandcastle and the pail. Okay, and I like the look of the white with the water. So I've continued to add that. So now this one's gonna get this image. Okay, we're gonna go back to the plate, but this time I'm gonna go to Emerald City B514. And we're gonna get this section here because it's got mostly green. And actually, I'm gonna take off that one little thing there. I'll have to use my lint roller. Okay, now I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, I'm gonna color in the rest of the tree. Okay, I paused and finished that part, and now I've gone in with these lower portions of the screen to finish those up. And then after I've placed it, I'm gonna color in the trunk of the tree with brown. Okay, we're gonna, excuse me, I'm croaky today. We're gonna apply this one to this image. Now, my line right there, I'm gonna have to, I'm just gonna cover it up because that line's not gonna be with the water. Okay, so I've added this color to cover it up, and then I'm gonna go in and with a little bit of this color to blend it a little bit better. Okay, so this one is gonna get the flip-flops. This one, I also added that white, and this one's gonna get the beach ball. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the plate one more time. Got cocoa, and I'm gonna pick up this seashell. I think at this point I'm just getting that one. Taking off extras. I'm gonna let this sit and dry for just a second. Okay, and I'm gonna take dandelion fuzz for this one. Just gonna touch my brush to the bottle. Okay, now let it dry so it's ready, and it's gonna go to this one. Okay, friends, that's gonna complete our beach day nails. So a couple things is sometimes with Kraken, as you can see on here, looks more blue toned, um, but it's turned out more dark for the images. So I should have went with a different blue, a lighter blue tone, but that's okay. Um, Also, I don't know why the towel's so tiny, but that's just the way the image is. You could also, if you wanted, for the sandcastle, add a little bit more of that brown to kind of go around it to make it look like you've kind of like dug a hole around it or whatever. So that's just some little things. Of course, there's all kinds of little things you could do and add. But thank you so very much for watching. I do, as always, greatly appreciate it. And I will list the Maniology products I used in the description box. And until the next one, have a blessed day, friends. Bye.